Hi friends, it's Lena. I thought I'd come on here and share with you guys the process of this painting that I did of my, what I call the Jupiter tree. I had the idea for this maybe only like a day before I finally decided to, or finally got around to it. I had the idea that maybe I would try what I like to do with my line art, and I don't know if you guys remember, but last year around this time I was drawing lots of lines to be rivers or the sea or my landscape, my foreground. I just loved lines, and I thought, well, maybe I could do lines. I could apply this same method to my watercolor paintings, especially because I've been doing a lot of landscapes lately, and I felt it was time to try something like that. Maybe try to meld my two styles together. So what I did was, obviously, I tape it down. I had cold press. I decided to go with cold press just to see how it would look. And I picked maybe two paintbrushes at the most that I was going to use, and then I picked up my Watercolor Confections palette, the Woodlands palette, because for me it's easier to just grab one of those, especially if I'm going to do a piece like this, what I like to call a flow piece, in which I don't want to think too much about it. I want to just basically go with the flow, as it's, as the name suggests. So I didn't want to worry too much about my colors or whether they were going to match. So if I went ahead and just grabbed my palette, it was already, part of the work was already done for me. I chose maybe 4 colors out of that palette, and then I put on some quiet music and just started. I didn't have a go-to what colors were going to come next kind of thing. I just basically just relaxed and just let it happen. Sometimes these paintings just need to paint themselves, and especially in a painting where you're using, as you can see, I was using a lot of water to get it to spread and meld and merge with other colors and make patterns, which I felt were more prominent because I used cold press paper. And so it just allowed me to relax and enjoy it. And I think it shows in the piece that I was able to relax and enjoy what I was doing. This is the next day. I spent some time trying to decide what I was going to do on the top. The original idea was a tree, like the one that I end up doing for it. But I had other ideas too, and I thought I'd just let it marinate for a while, and ultimately I did decide to go with my tree because I love trees and they usually win. I'm using my calligraphy pen, my nib pen, to draw the tree, and I used watercolor. I just dipped it like you would dip it in ink. I dipped it in watercolor, and that allowed me to keep the piece a watercolor painting and not a mixed media painting. Anyway, so that's my Jupiter tree, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you want a closer look at it, you can go to my website at lenaforrester.com, and I have a scanned version of it on there, so you can see it up closer, and some of my other landscape work that I've been doing recently. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.